For climbers, there is Everest. For underwater explorers, the Titanic. For surfers, the North Shore. For drivers, there's the Nürburgring. Welcome to the Nürburgring, the longest, most difficult racetrack in the world. Ever since it was built over 80 years ago, it's been a mecca for those who love to drive.
It's one of the most famous tracks in the world.
Everybody knows about the Nürburgring if you're into cars.
One of the probably most historic racing car circuits in the world.
Let's look around me. It's every boy's ultimate dream.
It's a one-way road that's de-restricted in Germany, and it's the most unique place in the world.
Unforgiving.
Frightening.
Moments of sheer terror.
Very scary.
The most fun you ever have in your life.
It's about 13 miles long. It's got over 147 corners, umpteen dozen changes of surface and camber and what have you.
It's a track full of elevation changes, difficult to remember every turn. Many of them are blind.
It's very pretty in some ways, very scenic, very green, very German looking.
You've got bends that go down, you've got bends that go up.
And it just goes on forever and ever and ever.
It's the most complicated road in the world.
Hochhachen. Flugplatz. Adenauer Forst. Exmühle. The Karussell. Wippermann. Schwalbenschwanz. Every turn at the ring has its own name. It's said that it takes 100 laps around the Nürburgring just to learn where they all are. But to master them, that takes considerably longer.
So the whole track, because it's so long, more than 20 kilometers, it's hard to drive because you have to recognize every single corner and everything looks the same in the forest. It's the best test track here because the suspension has to work so hard. You have top speed corners and very long straight. You have everything you need. And they say 100 kilometers on a track are more than 100,000 kilometers on a normal road.
If the ring is hard on drivers, it's murder on their cars. A set of new high-speed tires is shredded in 2 or 3 laps. Brake pedals retreat to the floor, and engines sometimes give up altogether. The entire life of a vehicle can be simulated in just a few weeks on the ring.
The Nürburgring is the best track of the world, the fastest track, the longest track, and for sure the most tricky track. This heritage is the reason why BMW comes here to test their cars.
BMW came to the ring in the 1960s. Working out of a local BMW garage, the company found it to be the perfect place to refine a car not just for racing, but also for the real world. Other car companies have since come to the ring to test, but BMW was the first to open a permanent testing center here. And they are still the only car company to subject every new car they make to the unique stresses of the ring.
The Nürburgring, you can call it the home or the birthplace of all BMWs. We believe that everything that excels here excels everywhere.
Normal racetrack in the world, it's about, let's say, 5 km long, and this one here, it's over 20 k's long.
This track exerts so many forces on the vehicle and does that in a very, very abrupt way.
You have a lot of up and down hills, you have slow sections, you have quite fast sections. You have parts you will never find on another track in the world.
The latest BMW car to be perfected at the ring isn't a car at all. It's the completely redesigned BMW X5 sports activity vehicle.
The X5 that everybody knows and loves, when it came into the marketplace, it really set new standards for the way a vehicle drives and handles, especially in the form factor an SUV, or as we call it, a sport activity vehicle.
The new X5 feels like a passenger car, a very great handling like a sports car, a very good comfort like a sedan.
We decided we would make it a little bigger, so we seat 7 now. The project manager cut his teeth designing race cars, and we've worked together for many years on many different things, including racing programs. So when you look underneath the X5 and you see all those basically racing-inspired parts, you understand why it handles so well, why it drives so well. The existing X5 took the world by storm when it came. When this X5 comes into the marketplace, we'll see the same thing.
It's addictive. Once you come here and you know what you're doing, it's just fantastic to go out there and go around. There's nothing like this in the world. Nothing. That's why we all come here.